Now, everybody wants to know, why did this happen? Why did Conor McGregor flip out? Well, there's a couple different theories to that. One is that Conor McGregor is being stripped of his lightweight belt. Now, if you guys remember, he was already stripped of his featherweight belt not too long after he became a champion at 155. Now, he's been a champion still at lightweight division, even though he really hasn't fought in the UFC in 2 years. But now, this Saturday, right, the winner of Khabib and Max Holloway is going to be crowned a new UFC lightweight champion. So he will be stripped officially of his belt. And you saw what Conor McGregor posted on social media, that you're not going to strip nothing. And people were saying that maybe that's the reason why. I don't think so that's the case. Now, reason number two, and I think this is most likely, is that Conor McGregor's friend, his good friend and sparring partner, Artem Lobov, was actually scheduled to fight at UFC 223. And he had a run-in with Khabib at a hotel room a couple days ago. And basically what happened was that Khabib and his team, which was a group of maybe 4 or 5, 6 guys, they confronted Artem in the hotel lobby and basically said that Artem was talking smack about Khabib, this and that, and just straight up big brother them, right? He straight up sunned him. He was grabbing him by the neck and might have smacked him. Basically, he was telling him not to stop talking smack and kind of bullied him a little bit because he was by himself. And I think, part of the reason why Khabib did that was, to draw attention to Conor. He hoped that Conor was going to be there Saturday to watch the fight. So after, if he beats Max Holloway, he can call out Conor. So he was trying to create some drama and get some attention from Conor. Well, that plan certainly worked because Conor McGregor apparently flew in from wherever the hell he was. I don't know if he was in Ireland or somewhere else, but he flew in just to confront this dude, basically. Khabib was apparently making threatening phone calls to Artem in the hotel. Dana White said they actually had to move Artem to a different hotel because he was getting some crazy phone calls. I think when Conor heard that or saw the video of Artem getting kind of bullied, he literally went on fucking gangster mode and took his crew and try to confront Khabib and his crew. If he flew all the way from Ireland, right, to New York just to confront Khabib because Khabib punked out Artem, that's pretty gangster, man. That's a gangster move right there, you gotta say. But unfortunately, there was some casualties. Here's what happened after the whole Conor incident, because you saw Conor and his crew, they jetted. I mean, they bolted. In the aftermath, Dana White said this was like the worst thing that's ever happened in the UFC. He said there's a warrant out for his arrest. Now, the police department did confirm that there is no warrant out for his arrest. The cops do want to speak to him, but absolutely no warrant, and no one has pressed charges or anything like that yet. But as you can imagine, I think he's going to be hit with a handful of lawsuits. I mean, you got trespassing. He wasn't supposed to be there at the Barclays Center. You got assault. You got vandalism. You got a whole bunch of stuff there that Conor's going to have to hire a pretty good lawyer. Not only that, the fighters that were affected, already Artem Lobov was removed from his card against Alex Caceres. He's like Conor's right-hand man, but unfortunately he now gets removed from the card. But not only that, what happens to Alex Caceres, right? He doesn't have an opponent now. So the money that he spent training for Artem, and now he was supposed to fight it, now he can't fight anymore. Well, is he still going to get paid? Well, he better get paid. That's not his fault, but you got to think about that. And not only that, when Conor broke the window, Mike Chiesa was cut. He got glass all over his face and eye and things like that. And he's now ruled out of his fight against Anthony Pettis. And that fight has been scratched. So now Anthony Pettis can't fight. Ray Borg can't fight. Brandon Moreno can't fight. So literally 3 fights have been scrapped due to this incident with Conor McGregor. And that sucks, man, because I know all those guys wanted to fight, and unfortunately, I'm sure all of them except Artem is going to file lawsuits against Conor. A lot of people are coming out. Conor McGregor has made a lot of enemy with this move right there. I mean, he's getting out. He's getting out of control basically. But everyone needs to kind of calm down for a second and realize, this is not the worst thing a fighter has done. Okay, Mike Tyson went to prison. All right. Floyd Mayweather went to jail for domestic abuse. John Jones had a hit and run incident, right? He hit a pregnant lady, broke her arm or something. He broke her arm and fled the scene. So this isn't the worst thing a fighter has done. And they all came back and they all fought for a world title. Won. So I have no doubt that Conor McGregor is going to be back. And I have no doubt that he will be back this year, he's not going to be let go anywhere. He's not going to be kick out the UFC. He's going to be back. We're going to want to see him back. Unfortunately, he went a little too far trying to pick up that dolly and smashing the window and now hurting Chiesa and hurting Borg and shaking up Rose, who was in that bus. I think that was just a little too damn far. He shouldn't have done that. He's probably kicking himself in the head right now. But, if he literally flew to New York just to back up his boy, that's a pretty gangster move right there. You got to admit. But that being said, maybe all this fame and money has gotten to his head. Maybe he thinks he's invincible. He can do whatever he wants. But, it's going to be tough for Conor in the next few weeks, for the next few months. Lawsuits, fines, all those things are going to come his way. And not only that, you got to feel bad for Artem because he might never fight in the UFC again, right? There's a good chance that Dana White makes an example out of Artem and kicks him out. You never know. I don't know what Khabib thought was going to happen, but, and keep in mind, this is a professional sport. There are rules, but some of these guys are born and bred a different way, right? And I think, Max Holloway, Conor, the Diaz brothers, Khabib, these guys aren't going to put up with any shit, all right? I mean, it is what it is at this point, because if Khabib is going to punk or try to bully someone in Conor's team, Conor's going to retaliate, and vice versa. You think the Diaz brothers are going to step down and back off? No, I mean, that's just not going to happen. These guys all have egos, and they're all going to, they grew up a little differently than the rest of us. So I think despite the money, despite the fame, despite this and that, if they're going to throw down in the street, they're going to throw down in the street. So, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts. What's going to happen with Conor? Is he going to get suspended? Is he going to, is he going to fight again in the UFC? What do you want to see next? And also, if this is your first time, make sure you subscribe to my channel and leave your comments in the comment section.